What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide, back with another movie review / recommendation. Today, we're going to go back to the year 2008 to take a look at a film directed by Pascal Legers, and that film is Martyrs. Holy fuck. This was the first time viewing for me, and I got to tell you, I was blown away. I was not let down. This fucking movie delivered, and if you've been sort of, tiptoeing around watching these French extreme films, I've only ever watched one other one, and that was called Them, which was about that couple that lived in that old house and they were tormented by those kids. But I'd seen that one, and then I've just sort of been, trying to watch as much, highly praised stuff as I can, you know what I mean? So I thought, fuck it, why not check out some French flicks? So popped on Martyrs today, and man, I'm not going to go into the whole fucking story of this movie, so if you've not seen the film, do not watch this video. I'm going to be spoiling it. I'm going to be talking about my favorite moments and scenes from this flick, but as far as if you've not seen it and you don't give a shit, you're letting yourself down, because this is a really good movie, and there is some twists and turns that you definitely want to, you don't want to be reading the Wikipedia article before you watch the film. Basically, this is a movie that has a twist, as far as I'm concerned. First things first, I love the opening with the girl running away from being in captivity, and the cops intervening and all that stuff, sending her to the orphanage. I thought all that was awesome, and I like the supernatural element to this, because she was sort of driven crazy. Do you know what I mean? Throughout all this pain, the more pain you go through, the closer to fucking death you are, and you get this look into the other side, basically. But I like that. She's tormented by this ghost chick, who's, we learn is a woman that she sort of let die being in captivity, where she was at, which is a shitty thing to do, but you know what? It's self-preservation. I don't know. Can you blame her? Who the fuck knows? What would you do in that situation? Loved all that. I loved the sort of main getting into the film. We meet this family. Everything's all hunky-dory. They're fucking having an argument about this and that. It's all fun and games. And then all of a sudden the fucking doorbell rings. Now we're into overdrive, man. This is probably my favorite part of the film, when the fucking girl, I believe it was Lucy that comes in first, caps the whole family. The whole family gets killed. The little fucking girl, it's brutal. Okay, it's fucking awesome though. Everything looks fantastic. I love the way that it played out. It sort of, took me, it caught me off guard, basically. I was not expecting that, and I was just like, dude, this is crazy. This is fucking awesome. And then she ends up calling up her friend who she met at the orphanage. They're grown up now, and she comes and basically is the cleaner and cleaning up after this fucking this deranged girl who's still having these possessed fucking visions about this chick that she let die, but she has these visions where it's like that chick is cutting her, but she's really cutting herself and slamming her own fucking head against the wall and stuff. But I don't know why, but I got when I was watching this movie, it kind of reminded me of the movie Funny Games, which, if you've not seen that, is about these two kids that go and basically terrorize this family. So I don't know why. Maybe I'm not the only one, but if you've seen the film, you might get what I'm talking about. Funny Games is a really good movie as well. I think there's a review on the channel. But after the family's killed and they're sort of getting rid of the bodies and all that shit, that's when we learn that the wife has not been murdered. So she's still alive, and then this girl Anna, who's the secondary friend, or the friend, she ends up trying to help her out. And one thing that I was like, what the fuck? The wife is working on some type of plumbing outside in the house, where she's dug a 9-foot fucking hole, and that's where these bodies are getting kicked into. That was an extreme hole. That seems like something that a regular civilian should not be fucking monkeying around with. You know what I mean? But that's where all the bodies end up going. But this is where we get this crazy plot twist, because the main girl, Lucy, she ends up killing herself, slicing her own throat, and now we're left with Anna, who's the friend of hers, finds this trap door in the kitchen that leads down to this basement, where there's this total what do you call it, dungeon, basically, and there's this girl down there, and she's fucking all chained up and shit. She's got this fucked up mask on. She's got a chastity belt. Right after I watched this film though today, I listened to the 22 Shots uh, podcast. It wasn't actually an official 22 Shots episode. It was some other shit, but it was Moods and JP and some other guy talking about this film. So I watched that today at work, like in my headphone and stuff, and really good fucking episode. I've been rewatching all my favorite 22 Shots stuff like for the first time in a while, so it's been pretty dope. But they referred to that thing as a chastity belt. So this Anna brings this hostage upstairs, who then fucking she gets killed by this group of people that show up and then take Anna down in the basement and start treating her like the fucking prisoner. So basically what they're trying to do is just inflict a bunch of pain and get her basically numb to pain and all this, to the point where they fucking skin her entire body except for her face. And that's when she sort of like, you know, achieves fucking ecstasy or whatever you want to call it. And then once that happens, it's unveiled that this woman who's like the mistress, the mademoiselle or whatever the fuck, shows up and basically talks with her and then shoots herself. And that's basically like, that's sort of the end of that. But like there's so much more to it than what I've just said. Like all of the stuff leading up, like this fucking torture chamber that they have for them, like there's a chair with a hole so you can shit and piss into it. And you know, they come and feed you every once in a while this nasty looking shit, fucking pea soup stuff. But I thought all that was crazy. This dude would regularly come down to the basement and beat the shit out of her. Like not even just like punch her or like slap her around. Like no, he's beating the shit out of this chick. It's fucking insane. Definitely, you know, not an easy movie to watch for the timid or the weak. You know, I'm not saying like I can handle this stuff, you know what I mean? But like I'm saying, you wouldn't show this to someone that's never really watched like a Freddy Krueger film. This is next level, you know, violent shit, you know? So especially like seeing someone just getting beat repeatedly could fucking, you know, definitely mess people's heads up. So I understand that, but I gotta recommend this movie 100%. It's a must watch. There's so much good practical effects. Like I said, this demon chick looks fucking great. You know, all the shotgun blasts look fucking awesome. It's a great film. Do not sleep on this like I did. There's a remake from 2015. I don't know if I'm even gonna look at that. I just want this. I want my experience to be unfucked with. You know, I want to get a copy of this. I don't own this film. I actually watch it on the Internet Archive of all fucking places. So I need my dad to see this film because it's insane. And same with August Underground. I've been meaning to show him that for a while, but I want to be there with him. I don't want to just lend him it and then him watch it and me not be able to like experience the film with him. So I feel the same with this one, Martyrs, man. So French film, French Canadian, I believe it was shot in Montreal. So gotta love that. I'm very, very stoked to announce that I've like. I'm so ready to just be entertained by like the movies I've sort of been put off. I've put off so many movies for so long. Be like, I'll eventually watch that. So now that I finally checked this for like, I could have swore I saw this movie though, like years ago. I think I watched a movie maybe with a similar title. I definitely didn't see the remake because I'm thinking of even further back than that. But regardless, I'm stoked to just dive into a lot of stuff. And like I said, I'm up to the L's in terms of alphabetizing my collection here. So once it's fully alphabetized, I'll be pulling everything out that I've not watched, and then as I watch it, I'll be pushing it in just to get it all, you know, watched. Because there's a bunch of stuff like, you know, I've seen all that. Like Dawn of the Mummy. I don't think I ever watched Dawn of the Mummy. Maybe I have. I don't know. I'm going to do my best to make reviews of every film. I can't say it'll be for every film, especially if it ends up being shit. You know, I don't really like making reviews of garbage. I like these to be reviews and recommendations, you know, because who the fuck wants to watch trash, you know? Anyways, shout out to everybody that's watching the channel, watching the fucking live streams, liking, commenting, all that stuff. I appreciate it. 666 in the comments. And with that being said, adios. And I think, don't be surprised if one of the next films that you see me do a review on is a Serbian film, because that's also on Internet Archive, which is like, what the fuck, who's putting these up? Sick fucks.